Hi Stampers! Today I'm going to make a fun home decor item, and it's used with our designer series paper. We're going to use the Be of Good Cheer DSP, and you can choose from any of these. And at the local craft store I got a charger that's going to be the centerpiece of our thing. So the DSP is going to be at the centerpiece of our charger. So how do you get that circle? What you do is you go ahead and measure, and this is about 8 inches. So what I did was I went into my kitchen and grabbed all the different plates and turned them upside down to see how that they would work, and this one would work fine. So I put it on my DSP and cut it out. So we're going to use that, and I'll go ahead and adhere that down. And if you want to use some other DSP another year, you can just tear this off and try something else. There's so many different things that we're going to use. The actual Merry and Bright sign, I actually printed it out from my digital studio, and I did in gumball green and a cherry cobbler, and that's the one we're actually going to use, but I looked at a couple different ones. So that's our saying we're going to use. You're going to grab some red and silver glitter paper, and we're going to make 2 strips. The silver one will be larger and the red one will be smaller. Then you're going to go ahead and cut your Merry and Bright, and we're going to go ahead and make kind of like a banner from the silver and the red. We're going to grab the Big Shot Snow Flurries die and cut the silver glitter paper, and then we're going to get 2 sheets of it because we want to make the big snowflake once and these 2 smaller snowflakes and the middle-sized snowflakes. So we've got all those that we're going to make this from. Now the way that you do that and the way that you get the actual red crystals is I'm going to take a Sharpie, any permanent Sharpie, and you just go ahead and just custom color it like that. As many as you need. And just go around the whole thing, and it will dry on there, and you'll have some really cool red bling. Now how that you get the red, the black is the same way as you just go around that, and I'll show you what we're going to do with the black in a minute. Actually, I'll be using the smaller ones for what I'm going to be showing you. Just a second. So you just go around these in black. And we'll do some big ones in black too. About 3. Okay, so I've got those. I'm going to set those aside for a minute. You can go ahead and take the red ones off this and just slide it off to the side. And then we're just going to put them in the center of every single one of these, all the way around. And the same thing, you're going to take your dimensionals, which I could not live without dimensionals or glitter. And I think mascara. So if I was on a stranded island, I'd have to have mascara, glitter, and dimensionals. Just food for thought. So you're going to go ahead and put these on dimensionals like that. Okay, so we've got our one up here, and just pop that up, and this one right here. So it's okay like that. You could go ahead and have your plate just like that if you wanted it quite plain. Or you can add another snowflake right up here or down here. But I'm going to go just a step further, and we're going to add a snowman to it. So you're going to be using a 3-inch circle die, and the circles number 2 die. You're going to use these two, the 2 biggest circles on this die. So that's going to make your snowman. And then we're going to run those through on vanilla cardstock, and we'll run it on the Northern Flurry, the folder, to give it some dimension. And there you see right there we have the little black rhinestones that we just colored black, and his smile we also colored that black. These right here are the big pearls. We went ahead and used the big pearls, and we also colored those by using the permanent marker. This right here is just done with the word window punch and a square punch. And we just used a very sliver of the glitter paper right there. And this one right here comes from Itty Bitty Shapes punch packet. So that little die comes from that. So, and then we just cut a piece of that, And this is our gumball green sweater trim ribbon. And I just tied that around there. We just got some twigs from outside. And what we're going to do is I already spritzed it with some shimmer. I adhered the 3 together, and to kind of give it a little dimension, I took some river rock and just kind of ran around the edges of it just to give it some dimension, so when it's right against the pattern paper you can see it a little bit better. And I'm just going to tuck that in here, but first let me adhere the Merry and Bright. So I'm going to take dimensionals again, couldn't live without these. So you can either curve it, kind of bend it like that if you want it bent a little bit. So we'll do that a little bit to kind of give it that fun look. Okay, so we've got that punched out. Now I'm going to take the snowman and kind of tuck him in there, and also put some dimensionals on the back of him. And there go, we have our little Merry and Bright plate. Not only can you come up with Christmas plate ideas, but also the other holidays like Halloween and Thanksgiving. My next one is going to be Valentine's, and I'll be doing a Let It Snow plate. Have fun finding chargers and different plates out there to decorate. Go to stampinjill.com for any supplies that you need. See you next week.